Hey everyone, we've got a new season. I'm here with Ketrock. Thank you for joining me, Ketrock, again.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. So yeah, we've got through Christmas. We had the season paused just before Christmas. We had our top 12 bots qualify for the tournament, and we've got some new bots this time. We've got the same old bots. Actually, we're missing Negative Zero. Mind me's taking a little break from the scene, but we've got some cool new bots to come. And some old bots as well. Any you're particularly looking forward to?
Um, yeah, I mean it's sad the negative zero's gone. I always love seeing the negative zero Eris rematches. It's a
Yeah,
close one each time. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Xena. Xena's a bot that's always getting stronger. So
yeah, yeah.
it's already
Xena's.
doing some things better than any other bots that I've noticed. So it's got a lot
Yeah,
of potential.
definitely. Xena's in the group tonight, playing random, and it's always difficult to play random because you're never sure what you're going to get and how that's going to work out. But she's doing
Yeah.
quite well, and again, ascribing genders to bots, I think. Oh well. But yeah, no, she's been doing really well on the ladder. We'll be seeing her tonight. Let's just have a quick look at the tables. 1 second. Obviously, with no games played yet, the tables are fairly empty.
Yeah.
MicroMachine, Xena, and SharpenedEdge in Group A. Kaninana in Group B with your bot. Has been doing really well as well. It's not quite a new bot, but it's one bot that's actually been really kind of like ramping up recently. And
Yeah. Fairly new. I think last Pro Bots was the first tournament I competed in, so
yeah,
it's
yeah, I think is it the second time we qualified for one of our tournaments? So yeah, and
okay. Yeah. So probably it's third tournament now.
yeah, and in Group C we've got Nikolaj, or I've still not worked out how to pronounce it. It's Nikolaj or Nikolaj. Oh, sorry,
I
my
think
pronounce.
Nicolaj sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like a common name to me, at least.
yeah,
Nicolaj. The spelling's a little different, but
and then
I'll back you up on that one.
yeah. So and obviously Group D, I'm really excited for Group D because we've got three bots in there that have all done reasonably well in tournaments and never quite broken into that kind of like upper echelon of the top two or top four. Benbot, BC, Sharkbot, and Dominion Bot that would all fancy their chances in that group definitely.
Yeah, Dominion Dogs definitely had some shots at winning the whole thing a few times in
Yeah,
different tournaments. Benbot is consistently getting better. Like he used to always be like a top 15 bot, then a top 10 bot. Now he's like number 5 or 6 on the ladder.
yeah,
Yeah. Zozo is actually a bot to look out for as well. I've noticed it went from a worker rush bot into a worker rush with a transition bot.
yeah,
So now it's like it continues this worker rush. Like the pros just keep attacking and attacking and attacking for like the first 3-4 minutes, but behind that he's getting a pylon gateway cybercore.
yeah.
So
Keeps
it's
everyone
interesting to
distracted with
see.
the workers and yeah,
Yeah, it's funny to see a bot get stronger and stronger off of a base of a worker rush.
yeah.
So I like how he kept the worker rush theme to the bot.
Yeah, definitely a new one. So yeah, let's have a look. So, oops, um, today we have MicroMachine. Um, wait, although my thing seems to have crashed. Yeah, so MicroMachine going up seeded two, elo quite high, win rate okay, not his best. Always going to be favourites for whatever group he's going to be in though. Um, so yeah, everyone knows MicroMachine.
Yeah, I think currently in the preseason he's number 2 on the ladder. So
Yep.
just still that solid unbeatable bot from years past, even though he's not getting many updates anymore.
Yeah.
You know, he got that strong base. It's still super super strong.
Oh, definitely. And also Xena. Um, again, we were talking about our only random bot this time. Last time we had two random bots. This time, only one, Xena. Again, it's very difficult to predict what you're going to get when you go random. But, uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
the Zerg is very strong. I know that much. The Terran actually, we had a pretty epic series between Xena and my bot in the last tournament we ran,
yeah,
where it was a best of 3 that
yeah.
I can't really remember what happened, but I think the first two
I th
games were like identical, but one was for my bot and one was for his. It was a very strong series.
yeah.
Or to have a random bot play Terran as well as a veteran Terran bot play Terran. That's
Yeah,
quite impressive.
yeah,
I haven't
definitely.
seen much of its Protoss though. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we might be seeing some this time, I think. And obviously our favorite old bot returning, SharpenedEdge by MV. Not getting as many updates these days, but still very, very strong. And
Yeah,
still
in a similar
capable.
boat to MicroMachine, not
Yeah,
really being updated anymore, but at one time it was the best Protoss bot, so
yeah,
that just that solid base keeps it running as like one of those hard to beat bots on the ladder
yeah, yeah,
and keeps
definitely.
it qualifying for the major tournaments. So
Yeah, always good to have him along. Um, all right. I think we should get into the game. And
yeah,
first up,
let's do it.
it's going to be MicroMachine up against Sharpened Edge. So yeah, are you good to go?
I'm good to go, and you are.
Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, in the top right-hand corner, MicroMachine, the 7-time champion, I think.
Something like that.
Stupid amounts anyway. And down in the bottom right, it is Sharpened Edge. But yeah, even now, Sharpened Edge, I think, is capable of springing a surprise here, maybe. But I've looked at the ladder stats, and Sharpened Edge does get the occasional win, so maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it does a lot of different things. So like
Yeah,
it does everything from cannon rush to one base tempest to like an immortal push on two base. Like it's got a lot of different builds. So
yeah,
and it does each build fairly strongly. So there's a chance that if something goes right early in an attack, that it can be overwhelmed like a machine.
yeah. And obviously, the Sharpie framework is very strong, which if you haven't checked it out, it's a Python framework for building bots, and it will get you up and running pretty quickly in terms of just making a bot and doing all the basics for you, and then allowing you to kind of like express your own individuality after that. So
Yeah, there's a lot of headaches to making a bot, like things you gotta takes a lot of time to write and that every bot needs to do, and it's nice to have a framework like Sharpie framework that just comes preloaded with those things.
yeah,
Worker defense, speed mining, structure placement, which can be a big pain in the butt. So
yeah,
nice to
definitely.
have those things built in.
Yeah, so shove with a probe there. Not sure if that's gonna make anything, but probably just locked out, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's attempting to scout at the moment, but there's a closed off wall.
Yeah,
I didn't actually see what happened there, but Micro Machine has had a history of overreacting to a single worker, thinking it's a worker rush, and quickly walling off. So
yeah.
that might have been what happened.
Well, this time the Reaper's gonna go nope and take it out. First loss of the tournament. First kill of the tournament goes to this Reaper. Yay!
What time are you out
Right.
there?
221.
Okay.
What time are you on?
I was a few seconds ahead.
Oh,
It's
okay,
okay. I've resynced.
that's good.
Yeah, and Micro Machine doing its patented like in-base command center build. It's the build you'd probably never see on the human ladder, but I think it makes a lot of sense for bots who are,
Yeah,
you know, you just need to survive the cheese and then get into the macro, and this is a nice safe way to survive the early game and get to where Micro Machine's at its best.
yeah. So 2 kills now for that Reaper.
Yeah, very nice.
And getting out. Yay, first
I feel
2
like
kills of the tournament to the same Reaper.
it was just running away from the stalker and just happened upon the final hit on that probe.
Yeah. I don't think it was a great strategy there, but any kill you can get, you can take, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So up to 4 base now for Sharpened Edge. That's quite a macro lead, really. Although nowhere near enough probes to actually saturate all these bases. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's only 3, isn't it? I entirely didn't see that.
I started speeding up. I'm like, oh, I must have fallen behind. I only see three faces.
No, sorry, I'm still on like 344.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Apologies there,
Um,
I miscounted.
But yeah, he's approaching full saturation on two bases as the third base is finishing. So
Yeah.
it's a good third Nexus timing for Protoss. They're supposed to expand before Terran does.
Yeah.
We got the famous or infamous bunker mining coming out of MicroMachine soon as he's building that bunker between the two gas geysers as natural.
Yeah. There we go. Let's take a look at that.
A product of Unusual's coding, the other author of MicroMachine that's sometimes forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's been around for a while, but you know, he's certainly definitely put a lot of work into it as well. So, as all these authors do. It's a great mining technique, but it's really annoying to listen to. So I'll move the thing away for a moment. Got the observer coming in.
There's the old like Archon mode version of Brood War and StarCraft 2 called Micro Macro, where one person does all the mining and producing of structures, and the other player does all the attacking. And that's kind of what Raf and Unusual did with their bot. So anything mining related was probably done by Unusual, or production related, or building placement related. And anything in terms of army micro is probably done by Raf.
Yeah, that's cool.
Speaking of army movements, we do have an attack coming out now from MicroMachine as he's pushing across.
Yep.
And just a handful of stalkers and zealots actually out of SharpenedEdge. This could be trouble, especially if that siege tank gets a good position.
Yeah, I think this third base might be forfeit here. So SharpenedEdge probably needs to evacuate that.
Well, he did finish Blink. Let's see if he fights with his workers at the same time. No, he's actually going to retreat with the workers, which isn't a bad idea either.
So yeah, it's got the tank down there is just shelling these stalkers to death. That's.
And then all the workers returned.
Well, zealots might actually get this tank here. That will be good.
Yeah, that might be enough to keep this okay. There's another tank behind that, however.
There is, but there's not many Marines left. There's just, I mean, I say there's not many Marines left, but there's not really many Stalkers either, so... you don't really have the parade push style from MicroMachine coming across too much. I mean, there is a few, but... although, it's getting a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think this third is definitely going to go down. Yeah. These probes may or may not get saved. They keep running away and then deciding to go back, so...
They're not the most sensible probes there, sorry, SharpenedEdge. But...
it'd be nice if it was all, like, coordinated. Like, if I'm going to flee my probes from this base, that means I'm giving up the base, which means I'm also not going to attack with my army.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if like, it was all coordinated.
Oh, we've got a Colossus out. That would deal nicely
that'll be
with
handy against these Marines.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can get on top of the tanks with the Stalkers and Zealots. We'll have to see. I know Sharpie does have the ability to attack with his probes. If he combines that with his army at some point, it'd be nice. Oh, that's Chanks are just obliterating that Colossus.
Yeah. Poor Colossus doesn't stand a chance there. MicroMachine isn't actually reinforcing the position too much, but I'm not sure he needs to at the moment.
He's got trickle of units coming by, and I think it's enough. Because he has that base army that just SharpenedEdge doesn't. And now with the Observer down and the Cloak Banshee out, there's just so much free damage going into these Stalkers. Banshee's also grabbing high ground vision for the Cyclones, so the lock-ons are staying lit. Not getting that high ground advantage you normally get.
Yeah, there's no detection there for Protoss either.
Okay, big wave of charge Zealots, only one Marine to hold it back. But only got the Cyclone, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's not a good trade.
Meanwhile, in the background, MicroMachine is taking his fourth base as they're putting SharpenedEdge back to 2, so even survival I don't think is enough for SharpenedEdge. This game is looking...
No, I think this game is over. There is no army left for SharpenedEdge apart from this Stalker and Immortal, who is going to not live up to his name. But I think it's time to hit the fast forward button, guys. MicroMachine. It's going to fast start to the tournament for MicroMachine.
I like how the Reaper's still looking for proxy bases.
Yeah.
Like, just in case.
the Reaper who got the first 2 kills of the tournament is still alive, boys. He'll be coming back in the next game. All right, GG. Let's
Weird random cannons in the back of. Oh, I guess for Banshee harass.
yeah. That's one thing MicroMachine has always been really good at, is harassing with banshees and air units and all sorts of reapers, everything like that. You don't get a minute to rest with MicroMachine. He'll just come at you from all angles with different stuff, and if he gets one chink in the armor, he's seizing on it in a second. So yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch Laughing Games, who's like Masters 3 Protoss. He's been playing against the bots on his YouTube channel. And you can see it gets to the point in the game where you just can't handle the amount of harass that's hitting him. There's like Hellions harassing the probe line here, then Banshees, Cloak Banshees in another base, then a Cloak Banshee arrives somewhere else, so then the main army is fighting at the same time. It's just like, give me a break.
Know exactly what you mean. Are you ready to go on game 2?
I'm loading it as we speak.
Cool. But yeah, no. If you haven't seen Laughing Games, check out the stream there. That was really good.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel, but yeah,
Yes,
he
sorry.
posts a lot of bot versus bot content as well as like human versus bot, and he actually casted every single Alpha Star game that was ever released. So he has like 500 plus Alpha Star games on his
Oh
channel
wow.
casted. Yeah, took him
That's
like a
crazy.
year or so on.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, I'm good to go when you are.
All right, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this is on Stargazers. Up in the top right-hand corner, up 1 to 0. It is the trying to get back his crown. It's MicroMachine.
And in the top right, we have the blue Protoss down 0-1. It is SharpenedEdge.
Yeah, so
This
Sharp.
toy contains a functional sharpened edge.
Oof,
Sharp edge slash point,
point.
not for children under 4.
Ah, damn it! Yeah, so this one actually might confuse SharpenedEdge a little bit because SharpenedEdge hasn't had updates in a while, and being a new map on Stargazers, I don't know if he knows about how to take the base with the 2 mineral places there. So we shall see.
Yeah, I doubt MicroMachine. I doubt either of these bots because they're not updated very frequently. So
Yeah.
even my bots, where I do periodic updates in a while, I can't take this base either. The only thing I built into my bot is not try to take it.
Yeah.
So at least it's not like stupidly trying to build a command center on top of those minerals. Oh yeah, so MicroMachine does wall off quickly.
That is.
He's the
That,
probe arriving. He's like, no more worker rushes.
yeah.
no, thank you.
No, that is.
Emergency wall going up.
That's brilliant timing there. It's just straight there as soon as he sees it. It's like, you shall not pass.
Yeah, I think he's gonna lose an SCV for it though. Oh,
Oh
no,
no, no,
he
no!
lost track of it.
Oh, come on. Oh, the SCV can't get back in because the wall's up, and
Yeah,
obviously the SCV's trying to. I wonder if that'll cause MicroMachine any issues. I don't think it will. Come on.
Yeah, I remember originally I never closed my depots to a single probe because I realized sometimes I get trapped in my main base for the entire game because there'd be a probe at the bottom of my ramp that I couldn't reach. But with Reaper as the first unit, it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah,
Reaper cannot get trapped inside the main base, so it should be able to kill that probe.
Yeah.
I imagine you're building Marines and the probe is sitting at the bottom of the ramp. It's like, okay, you're never getting out because your depots will never open.
So this Reaper's going back towards the back base, so I wonder if that's a confusion there from MicroMachine. Not going.
Yeah, it's searching for it as like a proxy location.
Yeah.
Sometimes you say just go to my second base and my third base and my fourth base to see if there's any proxies.
Yeah.
In this case, the second or third base is actually a pocket base, so you don't have to worry too much.
Yeah. Are you slightly behind, I wonder, because I'm on 242?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Ah, good. Sorry. Yeah, if you're wondering why we're syncing up, guys, we can't actually do the play together thing on Battle.net because of the way we use the maps, and we're on a previous patch, so we have to just kind of like load up the map and sync with each other. So
yeah, even on the current patch, which
yeah.
you can run on Windows,
Yeah,
The replay files are different, so you still can't like load them in Battle.net and watch them there, which is unfortunate.
yeah. But
Because yeah, that would make things a heck of a lot easier for us and for pro bots if you just get everyone loaded into the same replay.
yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So we'll survive as we are. But yeah, that Reaper
Yeah.
didn't really get a lot done.
Oh, MicroMachine with his natural base looks like the issue you're just talking about.
Oh
Tried to float
no!
it over to the pocket, and he's like, "Yeah, that's never gonna happen."
Oh god! Oh, MicroMachine.
Yeah, and I bet I bet the base is like predefined with the 8 mineral patches, so I don't think that even these distance
Yeah,
mining SCVs will get it. Maybe in the late game when when you run out of things to mine, you just start looking for random
yeah,
patches to distance mine. Maybe you'll get it then. But for now, I
possibly.
think we're gonna have to wait until his third expansion before we ever see a natural base out of MicroMachine.
Oh no, that's yeah. It's just for looks there. That CC. It's like just go float
Yeah,
there.
so 2 bases to 1 for SharpenedEdge. That's gonna be a big deal. Now, with that
Absolutely.
said, there's going to be no third base out of SharpenedEdge as he tries to expand into his pocket base
Oh
unsuccessfully.
no.
So that balances things out a little bit.
Well, yeah, but obviously, uh, MicroMachine isn't going to get a third base anytime soon with this level of mining. Oracle's going to come in and going to get pretty hastily shut down.
Yeah, that's there's been bots programmed for like 5 years, and that's usually the best we see out of a.
Yeah.
Oh, an SCV bounced off and actually started mining one of those middle patches.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
the base will get released at some point.
No, I don't. Maybe. I don't know. Um, so we are seeing them move out from MicroMachine.
Yeah, there we go again.
And like ships in the night, SharpenedEdge goes round the other way. And this could be interesting.
Oh, it looks like a tank did see it for a second as it sieged up
Yeah.
there.
So,
SharpenedEdge is confused. He can't make up his mind whether to base trade or to come back. A couple of
no,
stalkers made it across. Okay, it looks like he's gonna retreat. No, he's still
no,
confused. Okay, he's splitting up.
yeah.
Oh, this is rough for SharpenedEdge. He does have the economy advantage for sure. So if he can somehow get this back together somehow.
Yeah, he just needs to really hold on, and they got the attack from the back here. It's going to take out the tank. Well, I think SharpenedEdge could clean this up.
Yeah, slow zealots though usually don't do
Yeah.
much of any damage versus a kiting bot, especially with stim making the marines movement speed
Yeah.
faster. It is difficult for reinforcements to assist though, as SharpenedEdge kind of has MicroMachine contained on the other side of the map.
Yeah. So I think he should be able to clean this up then, and
Yeah.
you
And it's not ideal, but MicroMachine does now have a second base.
yeah.
Not the best positioning, but it is landed.
It's fine, I think. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the gas mining is going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
The mineral mining is probably cut in half.
Slightly slower, but
Yeah.
Oh god. SharpenedEdge can't decide whether he wants to come across or not.
He might be trying to group up.
Yeah.
Might be like the units in front are waiting for the units behind. Or it could be that one marine screwing with them.
Yeah. He's dead now though.
It's tough because you write code to like defend your bases, and you write code to attack, and then when both things are happening at the same time, it's like, okay, gotta make sure
Yeah.
that both those codes aren't activated on the same unit. Otherwise, you get really wiggly units.
Yeah, that's one of the big challenges. Is like you write a bot to do one specific thing, and then you have to get it to do like 10 things at once, and it's never sure what it should be doing. But SharpenedEdge is actually breaking through here. I think he could probably deny mining at this third, at the very least.
Yeah, he kind of needs to have a big attack here because I don't think he's ever going to take his own third. And
Yeah.
MicroMachine being on 3 bases means this attack needs to be successful. And it looks
Yeah.
pretty successful so far. A lot of Zealots still alive. All the stalkers in the back are eventually going to make this command center die or float away.
Yeah, looks like it's going to float, so... And so there's no way out of this base, really, I don't think. But certainly if SharpenedEdge can deny everything on the low ground, that's going to be a huge win.
The Zealots took massive volleys from the siege tank, though.
Yeah.
Got them really low. And technically, that command center is still alive.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it'll burn down or not, but I think if it survives, MicroMachine wins. So I'm kind of cheering for. Oh no, he's repairing it.
I say that, but I'm not quite so sure.
Yeah, they stopped repairing. Stalkers scared them away, I guess.
Yeah. So there's another...
If that refinery goes down, then maybe the stock will start shooting the command center. Couple hits on it.
Yeah, that command center is going to go down pretty soon, I think. Oh wait, no, it's being repaired.
The SCV's got to
yeah,
it.
just about.
So close, but no cigar. We do have another large army in the middle of the map, but it's mostly zealots and mostly dancing.
Yeah, has charge been completed yet for? Yes, we have charge.
It should be complete by now, yeah. So these charge zealots are going to be much stronger than the slow zealots we've seen up until this point.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and some void rays coming out from SharpenedEdge as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of charge zealots to see how they do. Unfortunately, they burnt their charge on an auto turret. Never good.
Ooh, that medevac was very, very close to going down.
There's a funny dynamic where the zealots charge ahead, and then they're like, oh, we're too far away, and then they run back.
Yeah.
And just waste the whole entire charge.
I had that problem once.
Okay, there are 2 siege tanks, but I think if the charge zealots like just go for it, there's no chance that like siege tanks and a handful of marauders are going to do much here.
And they've gone on
He
siege.
just needs to go.
Yeah. It goes
go.
now. Yeah, there we go. Nice charge. Take out both those siege tanks quite early. There's another tank on the high ground. That's going to destroy everything.
Yeah, 3 tanks on the high ground actually, so those zealots are gone. So he did lose all the bio on the ramp, so that's something.
Yeah. So again, the CC is under pressure. And you say
that void ray has actually wiped out the pocket base as well.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's only 1 mining base right now for MicroMachine, and that 1 mining base has 2 mineral patches.
Yeah, this is not
Very
looking
close
good
game.
for MicroMachine.
He still has a lot of tanks, so I feel like he's going to be able to reestablish his natural. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, and what I would say is SharpenedEdge now has a third.
Yes, I just noticed that as well.
So yeah, not quite as stuck as we thought.
Yeah, for like the last 6 minutes, it's been trying to expand to its pocket base unsuccessfully, so that's why I assumed it would never find another base. Maybe if it gets up to like 800 minerals, it'll try to expand to both locations, and that's how it happens.
Possibly.
Pretty high-tech army coming across, though. A lot of, Ravens and Vikings and Cyclone and siege tanks.
Yeah.
Could be trouble without that charge lot base that we've seen prior.
That Immortal took a lot of damage, but still kept on. These tanks are going to get taken out, I think.
Oh, nice little
nice
Phoenix lift. I didn't even know that SharpenedEdge is capable of that.
Yeah. Learn some new tricks. That tank did get a lot of damage. So let's clean that up. And now can SharpenedEdge do some damage on the other side?
Yeah, and you gotta give the economic lead to SharpenedEdge once again, because, the mineral income on that pocket base for MicroMachine is at best half of what it should be.
Yeah. So, again, it looks like this low ground base is going to be denied.
Yeah, and no siege tanks hanging out on the high ground this time. So this attack...
Oh, I think they're all taken out.
Yeah, the command centers will go down, and maybe he'll even be able to break into the main and end this.
Yeah.
That wall with a handful of siege tanks behind was just like unbreakable for MicroMachine for a while, but it doesn't exist anymore. It does still have a Cyclone getting periodic lock-ons. That's handy.
Yeah.
The command center will go down. Well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
40, 50. Yeah, okay, it's
So
fine.
the wall's gone. So now
I do like that there's charge lots
base.
once again.
Yeah.
One siege tank on the high ground, but it's already got some zealots on it. Will probably survive, I guess.
No, I think that's going down.
Yeah.
And I
SCV repair on units is just too slow.
think SharpenedEdge has taken the win.
I believe so.
Alright. Let's speed this up.
I mean, the Void Rays will probably get zoned out by this Vikings, and the Cyclone will slowly kill off these units, but
Yeah.
reinforcements crossing the map, 4 more stalkers.
Yeah, GG.
Well done.
SharpenedEdge takes a map off MicroMachine. We didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, certainly the map played a major role for both players,
Yes.
but yeah, it made it for an interesting game too, though.
Yeah, I feel like, it's sort of like SharpenedEdge just dealt with it better rather than just having it kind of like float there and, you know, just sending a few SCVs over.
Well, whatever their base ordering algorithm is, SharpenedEdge decided to take as natural, and MicroMachine decided to take his pocket base as natural. And that one
Yeah,
decision alone made a huge advantage for the one player.
definitely. All right, we are on to game 3. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I also do like how MicroMachine mined out those 2 blocky mineral patches and then landed his command center wrong afterwards.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we got a problem. Let's solve the problem and then move over there. Okay. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm good to go, and you are?
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So chosen strategy standard this time. According to MicroMachine.
I think that's with his early expand, but built in his own base, I believe.
Yeah.
He had some cool builds versus Protoss in the past, like the Proxy Marauder stuff, Proxy Cyclone, where you bring the barracks over as a spotter for the Cyclones. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, Proxy Marauders up against Protoss is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, you have to have the exact right defense at the exact right time.
Yeah, even in the human meta, it's strong,
Yeah.
especially Concussive Shell, because it's such a cheap upgrade, and it almost like guarantees you like the first stalker dies, like
Yes. Yeah.
100%, and that's already pays for itself and then some, just in that one engagement.
Yeah, it's basically the problem is Marauders deal well with Stalkers, they deal well with Zealots. Adepts can't really deal with them too well.
Yeah,
And
literally the one thing that Protoss has in early game that Marauders aren't good against, funnily enough, is their probes.
yeah,
Marauders are not good at killing workers. If you just pull a bunch of workers, the
yeah,
Marauders just don't kill them very quickly.
that's possibly the secret then.
It's like 5 Marauder shots to kill a probe or something like that, and if you're surrounding them with 15 probes,
That's
good luck.
that's ridiculous. You only need like 2 shots to kill a Stalker. Well, no, probably about 4 shots to kill a Stalker or something.
Well, it's 5 shots, but he shoots twice,
Yeah,
so it would be 3 volleys, I guess, from the
yeah,
Marauder. Yeah. But yeah, half the damage is versus armored, and workers are not armored, so. Micro Machine has a SCV at his ramp, and I'm wondering if that was meant to build a command center or something.
possibly. I think this probe is basically keeping that wall up there, at least until the Reaper pops out. And then that goes down, and then the SCV goes back.
Maybe that SCV was on repair duty, because we
Yeah.
do know that Micro Machine thought it was getting worker rushed, or at least it was executing that code.
Yep.
We do have an expansion out of SharpenedEdge, so that's a nice little advantage there. A kind of odd in-base shield battery. Oh, this is probably SharpenedEdge not knowing where the ramp is, because this map is newer than his latest update.
Yeah.
It's my guess. Something along those lines.
I don't know. I think he's just checking for hidden expands, possibly. Seems to be doing that quite a lot, just going around the corners and,
Yeah, the Reaper? Yeah.
figure out where to go, yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at the structure placement for Sharpened Edge.
Oh,
Like the
okay, yeah.
battery and structures are kind of in an odd place.
Ah, yes. I think or
Although it's
possibly
still a
tried.
kind of useful situation or
Yeah,
spot. Like,
yeah,
it'll defend against air units. It'll help defend the ramp, that battery placement.
yeah.
Can't overcharge it, unfortunately. But I don't think
No, it's
Sharpened Edge
outside
is
of
capable of overcharge.
yeah, and it's also out of range of the Nexus. So, but
Yeah, so fast tech at a micro machine here. We do have the starport and the tech lab completing.
I think we both know we're going to see some Banshees.
Yeah, I have a feeling that probe prevented the fast expand out of micro machine or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what standard means, but it kind of just feels like a late expansion of a micro machine. So he needs to
Yeah,
get some work
definitely.
done with his first push or with his cloak banshee,
Yeah, I think the Cloak
which he's
Banshee is
certainly
going to come
capable of.
first. Yeah, the CC is very late. We're talking like it's going to be almost 5 minutes by the time it's actually landed.
Yeah, actually, that cloak banshee looks like a lot of trouble. There's no shield batteries in the mineral lines. There's no robotics facility.
Yeah.
There's a Stargate, but I don't think Sharpened Edge does Revelation, so that's not very helpful for detection either.
No. So, uh, yeah, there's really nothing that's going to be able to see it, is there? Yeah, no. I know SharpenedEdge does get oracles. I'm not sure whether he does revelation on them. I would assume that he probably does, but
I don't know. I feel like that's only Sharkbot, I feel, does Revelation,
yeah.
if I recall correctly. Some spells
So
just like never get picked up. I'm sure there's like plenty of abilities in the Terran
yeah,
repertoire that my bot doesn't do at all either. Like I never transform my Vikings or Thors, I never. There's a whole bunch of different things.
yeah.
Although certainly Sharpie
So
Framework is capable of doing everything. I know
yeah,
the Sharpie Framework was originally based off of Sharpie Bot.
yeah. So
Oh,
one.
speaking of which, here is an Oracle. By going to attempt to harass. All the stalkers are getting
Oh,
obliterated.
that's not a good attack. Run away, poor zealots. Yeah.
An Oracle actually shot a few times at SCVs. Didn't get any kills, but that's an improvement over a typical Oracle.
So one thing this attack has done, it's distracted the Banshees, because I feel like if the Banshees had gone straight into the back and started taking out workers, this game would have been pretty much over by now. So although it hasn't exactly done a lot of good work, it's probably distracted the Banshees long enough to be able to deal with them a bit better.
True. But by saying the word distraction, what you mean is losing your entire army to two banshees,
I mean,
which does save your probes, correct? But does have a negative as well.
yes, I would say it's not the most efficient distraction, but you know, never mind.
Like this one banshee is on 8 kills, and I think they're all
Yeah.
stalkers and zealots.
Yeah, it's not the best one. It's going for the Zap Brannigan defense.
But we do have an observer on the way, so now
That's good.
Sharpened
Yeah.
Edge will be able to see himself die.
Oh. Yeah, this attack here
We
is.
do have a lot of infrastructure out of Sharpened Edge, as long as he keeps up the economy somehow.
I don't think there's much way of holding this attack though.
Yeah, you just gotta hope that MicroMachine doesn't push.
Yeah.
He's got the infrastructure, he's got the economy, he has no army whatsoever, and that's the key thing there.
Yeah. I think this game is unfortunately coming to an end.
Yeah, lost all the bros as Nat, so he doesn't even have the economy anymore.
No.
And he just lost the observer.
Oh.
He sacrificed everything to get that observer, then he just loses it.
Alright. I'm gonna call it there, guys. MicroMachine does take the win. As long as he doesn't crash. So yeah, kind of expected, although SharpenedEdge did take a game there, so yeah, always good to see the upsides, which may play out important later if it comes down to a tiebreaker.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So,
Because
alright,
like a lot of bots would expect to go 0-2 against MicroMachine, so going
yeah,
1-2 means that could definitely mean the difference in a tiebreak.
definitely. Alright, so let's take a look at MicroMachine up against Xena next, I think, if you like.
This is probably my most the most interesting match to me, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be a really interesting one because Xena's come out with a lot of good builds, and obviously playing random, you're going to see a lot of different things coming out. So
Yeah.
hopefully, all right. Let me know when you're good to
I
go.
feel it's pretty safe to say that Xena will be better than MicroMachine at some point. Is just whether he's reached that point yet today.
Yeah. Well, Xena's being developed very fast, and Micro Machines possibly not being developed that much at the moment. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, let
yeah,
me qualify that statement. That assumes that MicroMachine's not going to change anymore.
yeah,
You never know if Raph will just get the itch again and come back and
and just
destroy the
destroy
ladder
everyone.
once again.
Yeah, could happen.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
All right, going in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so down in the bottom left-hand corner, needing a win here to qualify and win the group. Micro Machine.
And in the top right, we have the challenger. It is the blue Terran this time. It is Xena. Random bot getting Terran.
Yep, seems to happen a lot.
So like I said earlier, like Xena did get Terran against my bot in the previous Sc2AI tournament and was able to crush my bot with Terran in one of the games. So his Terran is no joke.
Yeah,
Not just like
even on a TVT, that's
cheesy.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like cheesing either. It was like a full on bio tank macro game.
Yeah, so I'm not sure of the decision to build the barracks right in the back though, unless you're trying to
Hide
fake
them?
something. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe. When I do my 7 racks build, I try to build them all out of vision of the ramp, just so they don't get scouted.
yeah,
So it could be some of those lines because that is two very quick barracks. Um, could be some sort of Reaper play, I guess, based on the gas timing.
uh,
If he takes another
maybe.
gas soon,
Yeah,
or it could just be the way he opens. There's a lot of cheesy bots in the ladder. Having a second racks early isn't the worst thing in the world.
no. Command center out of Micro Machine though, so pretty early expansion there.
Yeah. So did he say standard this time?
I
We didn't
can't
get to see.
remember. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is called a fast expand build. I forgot the naming convention for Micro Machines builds.
yeah. I think one's
Um,
fast expand standard, and then you've got like um, proxy reapers. Is there proxy reapers or something proxy? I can't remember.
yeah, so it looks like Xena's just building one marine at a time. Any oversaturated SCVs will go into the gas, so there's no particular reason to have the gas geyser besides when you already have 16 on minerals.
Yeah,
And then eventually add enough minerals to build an expansion. So it's an odd build order, but I can see why programmatically it makes a lot of sense.
yeah, definitely. So I think
And
this
now that he's
Reaper's.
expanded, that cued him into getting his tech lab and third racks. So it's gonna be a bio heavy opener. Kind of like it. This Reaper's gonna get in with the Marines way out of position.
Yeah, the
Might be able
Marines.
to pick off a kill here.
The Marines came down to actually try and take out the Reaper, and the Reaper's just like jumped
Yeah.
up and gone like, nope, nope, nope.
It's like, oh, we don't have those booster packs? What's going on? Oh,
But
oh yeah, okay. So he does pick off one SCV. That's
yeah,
already nice. But does get himself kind of trapped in a corner here.
and he
He
goes
should go
down.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes.
So
Losing
yeah,
one worker to a Micro Machine Reaper isn't so bad.
yeah.
Micro Machine Reapers can often be,
So there's
game winning. So
another Reaper coming across here. Um,
yeah, and same issue
and
is gonna
same
happen.
issue.
You're gonna
Yeah,
chase the Reaper.
do have a Marine there now, so
Yeah, two
and
Marines actually.
more Marines coming out all the time, so one should pop pretty soon.
he raised that depot, he might have gotten the kill.
Yeah. Oh, I think he will eventually clean that up though. No,
I don't
maybe
think these
not.
will
Maybe not.
escape. Yeah,
Yeah. Those Reapers are slippery little buggers, aren't they?
they are.
Especially from MicroMachine.
I like the unit of the Reaper. I wish they had some sort of mid to late game usage.
Yeah.
Maybe give them back their structure attack as like a late game upgrade or something. Because it'd be fun to see Reapers throughout the entire game, not just one of at the start
Yeah.
of the game.
You saying they should buff Terran again?
Well, I don't make Reapers personally, so it would just be a nerf
Okay.
to my TBT.
Yeah.
But I remember like in Wings of Liberty, like just before Wings of Liberty ended, people were figuring out how to use Reapers in the late game versus Protoss, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then they completely reworked the Reaper, so that disappeared.
Oh.
I don't like that engineering play placement for Xena. I feel like he may have walled in. No, it should be okay. I think every
Yeah.
unit can still get out.
Yeah, I think it should be okay. Yeah, they've got the new patch on the way, haven't they? So I don't know if you're taking a look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually constantly changing, but the official post is off now.
Okay.
They changed it from the Raven from one giant nerf to a different giant nerf, so they're making the Raven kind of into the Reaper. They're making it stronger in the early game, but then not something you can use in the late game, really.
Oh, that sucks. But yeah.
It sucks for me because I play Master Raven. So. It's like ending my entire playstyle I built my career on.
Yeah, damn it. But, you know, hopefully we should be able to bring that into the AI ladder at some point. Scarlett's done a lot of great work bringing in the last patch, so
yeah.
I think
I know with the first version of the patch, Scarlett said that all of it will be possible in the map editor. So
yeah, I think most of it, if not all of it, is certainly possible. One thing I would say though is like unless we can get everything, would rather not take partial patches because the problem with taking partial patches is you completely ruin the balance of the game. As we see an attack here, Xena's coming up from behind. MicroMachine got himself trapped in a bit. And Xena's going to be able to clean all this up, looks like. Nice.
Yeah, Xena did not lose any army, but MicroMachine was focusing down the workers during that attack, so I think there was actually, what, 12 SCVs that went down in that little push.
Yeah.
So this is one of those spots where you really want to attack a Xena, because he lost his army and you didn't. But you lost your economy and he didn't, which means you have an advantage, but only for a little period of time.
Yeah.
And it looks like he is pushing, or is he just defending the third?
No, I think he's just coming out to defend the third. So yeah, but
Too bad. That was an opportunity.
Yeah, certainly MicroMachine has a bit of an economy lead at the moment. Not too huge. I think it's recoverable. But...
Speaking of dying workers, we do have a Banshee in the mineral line of the natural Xena on 5 worker kills and counting.
No, not like this.
There is a scan available, many scans available actually, but just gone down mules. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, there we go.
Finally. Yeah, probably need to deal with that a little bit quicker though. But there's now a 20 worker lead, almost, or 18 now, which is pretty significant for MicroMachine.
True. The armies are very different though. So depending on how the engagement goes, it could be good for Xena because there's just a lot more bio, and then with the stim, he might be able to just walk in and kill all the tanks and stuff. If he gets stuck at range though, then all the high-tech units of MicroMachine is definitely going to prevail.
Yeah, I think he needs getting a few tanks of his own would be good for Xena if he can. There's another Banshee in the natural there. There we go.
Yeah, and there is a missile turret in each mineral line now, which is going to be help quite a bit.
Yeah, so 4th base up for MicroMachine though, or at least on the way up.
Ditto for Xena.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, I think it's quite evenly matched at the moment. MicroMachine does have the economy lead there, but you know.
Yeah, 55 workers. He's slowly catching up in worker count, but yeah, it's definitely an advantage for MicroMachine.
So the SCV building the fourth just got taken out for Xena, so he's sent another one down there, but that's going to delay it a little bit. Yeah, these Banshees are just absolutely nasty for Xena.
Yeah. It looks like it's even going to get the gas geyser.
Oh
The mineral
no.
line is still mining at full power, which is nice, especially with the bio-heavy
Yeah.
army, but that is an annoying Banshee.
Yeah, you take what you can get, right? Wait, is there another Banshee coming across now? Okay, that's gotten taken down.
He periodically suicides Marines for scouting info. But I feel like
Yeah.
he's doing it a little bit too frequently. He's like lost like 10, 15 Marines now if they're trying to scout. It would have been nice to kind of have them in the army size.
Yeah. So MicroMachine now building is sixth? Yes. Yes, I can count. That's... Oh, we've still got the Reaper coming out over here as well.
Yeah.
Wonder how many kills that Reaper has. Only 2, okay, that's reasonable. As the missile turret finishes just in time.
Yeah, I was able to take out that Banshee finally.
Yep.
Very large army coming across the map now. Now the tank count is quite large, at like
Yeah.
6. So, and just seeing his armies just split up everywhere.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah, it's
looking
not
good.
looking good for Xena. This is not the type of engagement you want to get with a pure bio army. You don't want to be coming down a ramp, into a sieged up, pre-siege MicroMachine. I think that's exactly what's going to end up happening here.
Yeah, it's just going to blow all of that bio completely apart. You need to kind of stim in and try and hope for the best, but yeah, I don't think it's best is going to happen,
Okay, that's a stim.
Nice stim from Xena. He is going to take out the first line of bio. He's getting onto some of the tanks, but yeah, it's
too
just
many tanks.
Oh, there's too many of those tanks there, and yeah, the Vikings also being able to get onto the back line.
What especially sucks about that choke point is that I think Xena actually had code to keep his Marines from clumping up.
Yeah.
Like his units were kind of splitting as they were charging towards the siege tanks. So in a different terrain area, he may not have taken much siege damage.
Yeah, that's too bad.
That was an obliteration.
Oh. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much almost game. We'll move to...
Yeah. That's the end of his army. The army size is 9,000 to under 1,000, so I think we can speed it up now.
Yeah, let's go GG MicroMachine.
It's a very one-sided game, but I feel like everything went right for MicroMachine.
Yeah. Those Banshees were very, very nasty.
Yeah, like Xena not attacking, and MicroMachine able to wipe out 20 workers. And then that positioning when they finally did fight. Like, you take away a couple of those things, we might have a very different match. We'll have to see.
Yeah,
definitely. But again, Xena is actually not Terran. I keep forgetting. He's random, so game 2 can be 100% different because you might get a different race.
Yep, hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, you can get some very, very different games from Xena. We've seen on the ladder, like, I mean, I think like the individual bots, I think the Terran is the highest. Followed by Zerg, and I think Protoss obviously the weakest on the ladder, but then, obviously we've got a different tournament version now, so let me know when you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm loading up now.
Cool.
So that puts up MicroMachine 1-0.
Yep.
Come on, StarCraft load. There you go.
Yeah.
This one will be on Stargazers.
Cool.
Oh, Stargazers. That's not good for MicroMachine. We know that much.
Oh,
Here's
so
the
this could
advantage
be
of
an
being a bot
interesting one.
that's actively developed.
Yeah.
Xena probably knows what to do with that expansion base.
Yeah.
Or at least won't break on it like MicroMachine does. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Cool. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, up in the top left. Hopefully not going to suffer the same bug as it did last time. It is MicroMachine.
And in the top right, we have Xena spawning as Protoss, as the blue Protoss, helping to replicate what SharpenedEdge did on this map in positions.
Yeah. So I did say, like, on ladder, Protoss is its weakest race, but that's not necessarily sort of like saying too much because, you know, I don't think it's too far behind, and all the races are pretty strong for Xena.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's
And Xena's
always.
actually mining out that.
No,
No,
it's
he's
not.
not.
You tried.
I thought he was going to try mine. It looks like he's trying to
Wait.
expand there, but he was smart enough to know that it's blocked, and now he's going to expand elsewhere.
Yeah.
Nope, he
No.
was scouting. I take everything back.
I think he might got confused because it was like trying to scout one area and then realizing that, wait, what?
No, it's
I
doing the same thing that the Reaper did. He's scouting
yeah.
for proxies. Yeah,
Okay,
he
yeah.
doesn't realize the pocket base is not a viable
Well,
proxy location, I guess.
you say that, but if you're playing against Terran, they can just build on the low ground outside there and float the proxy straight in. So
Yeah, of course you still wouldn't see it that early in the game, but
no, it's
yeah. You can also send a worker right at the start of the game, and if nothing's built to the ramp, like what we see with Xena, you can just
yeah.
walk your worker into the back and start building a proxy back there.
Yeah.
Anyways, we do have a fast expand out of MicroMachine, but
Where is the
as
expand
we know,
going?
yeah, it's likely, minus 400 minerals just by doing this. Yeah, what was happening is that when he was distance mining his pocket base, every once in a while the worker would bounce off and mine one of those mineral
Yeah.
patches in the middle. And then once he finished mining those out, then the command center landed.
So the probe for Xena has just gone down and found that there's no expansion yet from MicroMachine, so I wonder if that's going to trigger anything.
Well, as soon as he saw that, he expanded himself, so I don't think there's a trigger.
No, probably not.
It's like, oh no, it's one basing Terran. I better build an expansion? Sure.
Yeah, totally reasonable.
Sometimes that can make sense for Zerg, where you need to get creep in a certain area fast, so you actually
Yeah.
want to expand it when you know you're getting cheesed.
Yeah, but that's 300 minerals instead of 400 because Zerg gets special treatment.
And there goes the floating red block to
No.
not the place it wants to go.
Oh god.
Okay, it's moving down the landing position. Are you seeing
Wait.
this?
Yeah, like that's gonna land behind the minerals, isn't it?
The landing position keeps changing. It keeps going further and
Oh
further south.
no. Okay, that's weird. No, it's definitely just gonna stay floating there, unfortunately.
Well, if it's slowly going south, right? Because you have to go 3 cells away from a mineral
Yeah,
patch.
yeah.
It could take a while, but eventually it might end up landing like much further south than this.
No,
We can't see its landing position anymore because it's hovering over it, but
I don't think it's moving, so maybe not. But or it wouldn't move until it actually got the right landing position, would it? So
I think it was spamming moving landing positions.
yeah,
And you know how a bot can land anywhere. It doesn't have to be like on a proper cell. You could see that it was slightly moving south
yeah,
every single frame.
yeah.
Its landing position. It's weird because it's something you can't do in a human game, so it's weird to look at, but see in the replay later, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, we do have a mining natural and a shield battery up, and good soccer counts out of Xena.
And here comes the Reaper. But Xena don't fear the Reaper.
Yep, and that is a dead end that the Reaper's jumping down into, so
Yeah, goodbye.
there's no jump out down there.
Sorry, Reaper. Although Stalkers are kind of chasing him into it. It's just
Yeah.
there we go. So looking good for Xena here, I think. $28 to 41 workers. Nice, nice build up of army. We're just waiting for either bot to really make a move now.
Oh. I just realized we made a mistake on this map.
What?
those mineral patches that are blocking the expansion are supposed to have 25 minerals, but they only have 10.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, maybe it was like an earlier version of the map, and then they changed it when they went to ladder or something.
Possibly. No, I think we got them off of the actual ladder, but I'm not sure why they've only got 10 there. I'll look into it after the game anyway, because yeah, we might have to update the map slightly. I think
I
at
think it's
this point,
25.
though,
It might be
yeah,
20, but it's definitely not 10. I know that
yeah.
much.
Okay, that's very weird. So MicroMachine now coming across. I think Xena's got enough to hold this, or should. It depends how the engagement goes, of course.
Yeah, and where he fights.
Oh, that was the wrong time to put up a Nexus there.
Yeah, but luckily he cancels it. I don't think he wanted to take a fight and try to save that Nexus.
No.
Better to take it at the state the natural. He cancels it, so he gets 300 minerals back.
Yeah, this is not too bad.
And with that, MicroMachine is satisfied. He's like,
Yep.
okay, I'm going back home.
Yeah, I've taken the Nexus, it's fine. And the CC is down. So. Yeah, let's say when I convert these maps to 408, I just literally downloaded them off of the BNet one, so I don't know if there was any update to change the mineral patches, but it should be the same. So yeah.
Damn, that's something crazy. Oh, yeah. Did you actually mention this? MicroMachine's actually mining his pocket base with the same weird position, yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot
And
of
taking his
mineral
third
mining
at the same
going
time.
on, but yeah.
So this is probably the strongest points for Xena. His army size should be much bigger. Yeah, almost double the size of MicroMachines.
Yeah.
And he had the economy advantage up until this point, but that's going to change now. Now it's going to be more even.
I mean, he's still got a huge worker lead, and it's got a third base on the way, so yeah, I think he's still...
Yeah.
And obviously his second base is mining a lot more efficiently than MicroMachine's second base.
Yeah, and only now is that worker lead actually relevant, because he was just oversaturated on his bases, but now he's instantly able to fully saturate his third. He's actually oversaturated on his third. He needs a fourth now. But
either that or put up a couple of gas geysers.
Yeah, definitely bringing in more minerals. Let's bring up the income tab here. Yeah, bringing in almost an extra 800 minerals a minute.
Yeah.
Less gas though, for some reason.
Yeah,
he's not needing gas, I guess.
He's not mining much gas, so...
It's weird. Usually, it's something you can add to your bot. Like when you're oversaturated, just take your gas whether you need it or not.
Yeah, you'll eventually need it.
So
it's fine.
Like having 26 workers on minerals and only one in gas, like doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
This Banshee is going crazy in the main base of Xena.
Oh, no.
Racking up double-digit kills now. Robotics facility is not building an observer.
Yeah.
And we might be seeing why this is the weakest race of Xena, unfortunately.
Oh no. But I mean, he's not even cloaked, so he doesn't need an observer. He does now.
Yeah. Oh, an observer is actually was already built and is only arriving now. Okay.
Yeah. So cannon going down in the mineral line there for Xena, which should put an end to it.
The shield battery is probably actually be more efficient versus MicroMachine. Because the MicroMachine will still try to kill.
Yeah. But I guess
yeah, but the MicroMachine will try to kill the probes, but it just won't be able to kill any of them, at least not until it drains the entire battery.
Yeah.
Which is why we've thought about like pairing up harass units, like having 2 Banshees or 2 Oracles or 2 Hellions.
Yeah.
So you can like one-shot the workers through a shield battery. Oh no, MicroMachine blocked his own 4th base expansion.
I don't know. I think MicroMachine is actually coming back in this now. I think it's looking good for our previous champion, looking to reclaim the title he's won 7 times.
I mean, it's still an economic lead for Xena. I assume the army size is still in his favor. Well, pretty even,
Yeah.
actually. Maybe a slight advantage for Xena. I just... he's got to attack before Stalker Immortal becomes irrelevant.
Yeah.
Facing a large Bioforce. Yeah, without any Colossi or Disruptors or Storm. And a lot of Siege Tanks. And a battle. Yeah, this is a good composition for MicroMachine against what he's up against.
Yeah. I know. I feel like we're just kind of like sitting each
Yeah, here
other,
we go.
staring each other out. Oh, and Xena's coming across now.
Yeah, someone mind out the back door.
Oh no. So the army's getting
Oh
split a
no.
bit. Oh no. It's all
Like a
getting
siege.
stuck on there.
I'm surprised that bridge isn't collapsing with all the siege blasts hitting those stalkers. This is like the
Yeah.
worst engagement possible for Xena. That is
Oh.
very unfortunate.
Yeah, you do not want to get stuck on that ramp with like 5 siege tanks in range. That's just crazy.
6 tanks at max range just eyeing that that bridge.
Yeah. Now MicroMachine does have a huge lead coming across this ramp here. And even the worker lead is now in MicroMachine's favour.
Yeah, well, I think that fight alone just means this game's over.
Yeah.
You can't lose a fight that badly and come back, I don't believe. Maybe you can force this PC to jump.
But,
Does have a couple of mortals
still,
for the siege
yeah.
tanks. Well, they do stutter on top of the siege tanks, that's good.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
Nice little micro of these stalkers. Although then he blinks away, which is not good. You want at least to make the tanks like splash damage on themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for Xena. You had the army size lead. You know,
it's just
a lot of tanks and marauders versus like 8 immortals, so it wasn't necessarily a bad composition.
Just
It was
that
just a
ramp
really
there.
bad position. Yeah.
Just that ramp. Let's take a look, see if we can see any scars. No,
We have a
it's not
fight
there.
of 1 Cyclone versus 20 probes going on. Okay, the probes abandoned the chase. Yeah, the army size is about 6,000 value versus 300. Literally nothing on the field for Xena.
Not much. I think getting pretty much to calling this, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you've got any objections.
No. The best thing going for Xena is he has so many Nexuses, it's going to take a long time for him to die.
Yeah. Success! I can die slower!
Yeah.
I mean, against MicroMachine, that's kind of success, really.
I once won a game versus Protoss where he had no money and no probes left, but he still had 6 bases, and the only thing I had remaining was 4 Ravens, and he didn't leave the game. So I had to wait for auto turrets to recharge off of 4 Ravens to kill 6 bases worth of structures. It took 45 minutes.
Hell. I'd have just been so angry at that point, like, you know.
He didn't go AFK either. He watched the entire thing, and then right before I killed his last structure, he left the game.
Oh god. Yeah, I've played in games like that. They're never that fun.
Yeah, it was a weird scenario where neither of us could rebuild, but I had units that could kill his structures.
Yeah.
Just not the best units.
All right.
Yeah, so GG MicroMachine.
Yeah, MicroMachine makes his way as group winner into the next round. Let's have a look at our final match, which is going to be SharpenedEdge versus Xena. The winner will go into the next bracket. Let me know when you're good to go on that one. Oh dear. But yeah, Xena, I think I'm disappointed by that a bit. You know, I think.
Yeah, game 1, like a lot of things went poorly for Xena that could have gone better. In game 2, one thing went ridiculously poorly for Xena that could have gone better.
It was just that bridge. How is that bridge still standing? You've got like 5, 6 siege tanks in range of like an entire army of stalkers. It's like, that's
MicroMachine
horrible.
even randomly had a siege tank on the high ground of his pocket base too, like sieging on him. Like you do that fight in an open field, I'm actually not sure which army wins.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's
Like
got a good
Stalkers is
chance.
not good versus Stim Bio and Siege Tanks, but Marauders and Siege Tanks are not good versus Immortals, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm ready to go for game one here.
Cool. All right, going in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, spawning down in the bottom right. It is SharpenedEdge.
And in the top left of Moondance, we have the blue Zerg this time. It is Xena, so Xena's getting spawned with all three of his races at least.
Yeah, we're gonna
That's one
get
thing
to
that
see
sometimes
them.
we miss out on for random bots and tournaments. They just keep getting the same race over and over again.
Yeah, especially it seems when they need to play the other race to actually win the game. And so pretty
Yeah.
early pull out of Xena.
Yeah, pool
So,
first. Yeah, I didn't catch it. Was that 12 pool? I think it was.
I think it was actually, yeah.
Because he's only on 14 workers now.
Oh no, SharpenedEdge is going for something as well. It's going to be a cannon rush, guys. So I think a 12 pool is a good response to a cannon rush,
Oh yeah, for
generally.
sure.
But we'll see how it goes.
But is it a cannon rush?
I
Oh, the
don't
forge
know.
isn't done yet. That's the issue.
Yeah,
Like, what are these pros
yeah,
doing?
the forge is just almost there, so you know, it's good. So
Yeah,
it's
things
a
are going to be
nice
out before
position.
these
Yeah,
cannons are done. That's for sure.
this is just going to get crushed.
The one thing is it's not scouted.
I mean, it is now, and I think that,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's going to get any of these up. I mean, that
Yeah.
cannon,
Okay. The first structure you built wasn't even a cannon too. It was a second
yeah.
pylon.
Alright, so cannon rush held. It wasn't that successful at all. There was a wall being built at the natural from SharpenedEdge, so
Yeah, shockingly good wall for a bot that's never seen Moondance before.
yeah,
Natural walls is usually something bots can't, like, literally can't do. They just either hard code it or you don't do it at all.
yeah. Although look what's
Oh,
coming
it's
out
a Ling
here.
drone flood.
It's the Lings and
Uh,
drones. It's like,
yeah,
yeah,
and that's not a solid wall either. There is a gap for units to get through. Too bad there's no
oh,
cannon going up with the wall. That would be a nice
yeah.
emergency defense thing to do when you fail a cannon rush.
So, and an expansion now, and there's nothing for SharpenedEdge here at all. Oh, and it's a gap through. Oh no. Can these probes hold? Oh my god.
It doesn't look like they have any special micro, so I think they're just A moving probes.
Yeah, but they look like they're doing a good job at the moment. Oh no, it is going to be these things, and the things and the probes, the drones are going to take this, I think.
Yeah, microed workers are like better than Zerglings, we've noticed.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the fact that the probes are just kind of A moving just means they weren't getting all those attacks that they can normally get in.
Yeah. So
Only pylon going down.
yeah,
Not gonna be good.
I don't. Yeah, that's not going to be good. I think we're ready to fast forward this now.
Yeah, and you may want to go
GG.
8x as I'm looking at the game times.
Sorry? Yeah.
Something weird is going to happen. I'm not sure what.
Wait.
I think Xena's going to
Xena's
be
going
happy to
back.
kill the natural.
Yeah. So Xena's going back. SharpenedEdge is trying to rebuild, but it's going to be a long, long time before you get anything here.
3 workers, 4. Yeah, I think we can safely keep it on the fast forward.
Yeah. It's going 8x, boys, the whole way. Attacking with 10 supply. Okay. There we go. Finally.
Wow, we actually did get a fully saturated main base again.
Xena, don't play with your food! There we go. First win for Xena in the tournament. Congrats. Takes the first map against SharpenedEdge. SharpenedEdge does have a lot of different builds though, so good to see a cannon rush as well. Right, so let's have a look. I'm ready with game 2 when you're good to go.
We didn't get to see that game too, but Xena's Zerg is taking creep spread to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like noticeably better than say Eris's creep spread or or other Zerg bots.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So it would have been nice to see a longer game.
All right. I can tell you we do have a Protoss this time for Xena. It's going to be fun.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, down in the bottom left. Our Protoss down to 1 to 0. It's SharpenedEdge.
And the top right spawning as Terran, it is the blue Terran Xena.
Yeah. No, it's I don't think SharpenedEdge is going to be going for the cannon rush again. I was pretty expertly shut down there by Xena. We can tell that because he's built a cannon into natural.
Cannon.
Sorry, pylon.
Anyway. Okay.
I keep getting mistaken. Pylon, cannon, same thing, right? You know. Well,
Well, that's where he started to put his first pylon against when he cannon rushed as well.
yeah. Or it was the same thing
Um,
when we had the mothership core in the game. Unfortunately, no longer have a mothership core. But
I'm pretty sure when SharpenedEdge loses, it switches strategies.
yeah,
I remember when I first started building my bot, I would just lose every single game to SharpenedEdge. And then I finally took a game off him. Like, I finally got good enough to beat his bot, and as soon as I would beat him, he would switch to a different strategy and win every single game against my bot. So,
yeah, they're frustrating, those ones.
yeah, so, like, I think as soon as you beat him, he'll try something different.
Yeah.
Looks like we're seeing the same build out of Xena that we saw versus MicroMachine. So it's going to be this two barracks building Marines, you know. Anytime you're oversaturation, you put it in the gas geyser, and then you save up for the expansion at the natural.
Yeah, I'm not sure about these two backs at the back though. I think it's leaving you open to adepts shading in or doing whatever, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, 2x in general is you shouldn't be dying to harass because you're already building a lot of units. The fact that you
Yeah.
didn't vast expand, you should adepts shouldn't be an issue, but yeah, for bots it's a different story.
Yeah.
It's hard for bots to decide when to chase the adept or when to chase the shade or whether to chase both.
Yeah, adepts against unstunned marines, especially in bot games, are quite deadly, as we found out with Negative Zero when he was playing. He did have a nice habit of killing lots of marines.
Yeah. The more I see this build, the more I like it out of Xena actually.
Yeah.
It just kind of works economically. Like it does slow down your expansion, but he's going multi-racks later on anyways, so it doesn't hurt to have two barracks. Still gets the expansion in a decent time. There's always somewhere to put the workers.
Yeah.
It's not like he's going to be fully saturated and waiting on the natural base. And then as soon as he gets the natural down, he can start transitioning into, you know, tech labs and stim and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of your adepts, there they are in the mineral line. Looks like they will get maybe one kill. No, they got two. SCV's low. They got one of them. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I think he got
One goes
trapped
down.
there a little bit. But yeah, just the one SCV.
Did he get the first kill? Oh, these SCVs are actually repairing each other. That's hilarious.
First blood. Well, you say that actually. There was a probe went down earlier. Sorry. So.
I wonder if it's a good idea to have SCVs repair each other.
I don't know.
Humans obviously don't do it because there's just way too many actions to like look for weak SCVs and repair them all the time.
Yeah,
And
I
so
think
that doesn't affect bots. But is it smart? Because you lose out in the mining time. And, you know, a 20 hit point worker can mine just as well as a 50 hit point worker. And
yeah, I think a lot of it is if the SCV is going to come under attack again, it's probably going to die. So repairing it seems particularly useless. But I don't know.
yeah, whether it has 20 hit points or 45 hit points, it's probably going to die either way. So what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's often true. Yeah.
Unless,
Definitely versus a worker rush, if you can find time to repair your SCVs, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
In fact, that's kind of the only way to beat Probe Rush with Terran, is to take advantage of the repair.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that shield regen just becomes too much over time.
So I think we might be waiting a while here for these two armies to come at each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess on SharpenedEdge attacking first. That's my guess.
Yeah. I think Xena does
What's
like
the incomes look like?
to build up a bit of an army.
Yeah, incomes are almost perfectly even.
Yeah.
SharpenedEdge is up about 8 workers, but Terran has 2 orbitals, so that's about balanced.
Yep.
Third base is down, however, for SharpenedEdge now.
Yeah, I think Xena probably will try and get one pretty soon. Oh, now finally SharpenedEdge has left his base. And the scouting marine goes down.
Yeah, this could be trouble for SharpenedEdge, because he's running into a Terran who's not building a third. He's running into a Terran who's just building a ton of army. So
It's just
going
really
up to
marine
5
is...
racks now.
Yep.
Yeah, but BioStim just shreds
Yeah.
gateway units. Right, as I say stim, is there stim?
There is
No stim yet. Right now there's stim. Okay, you just finished it.
Although I wouldn't want Xena to chase too far on this, I think.
I love watching the clicks of Xena. He's actually building concaves.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
It's something not a lot of bots do, actually.
No, not at
particularly
all.
well. But it's good to
Yes,
see
you
Xena
attack
doing
forward
that.
or you run backwards, and
Yeah.
the collisions, whatever happens to collisions, happens. So building a concave is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Looks like a second attempt at a SharpenedEdge is coming up here.
Yeah.
That might be a few seconds ahead, so I'll pause for a
No,
moment.
I think I'm on 618, so
Yeah.
that's good. But I think that's going to get taken out straight away.
Yeah, very nice. Oh, except that last stalker.
Stalker, no! Hero Stalker!
He also scanned the observer and didn't kill it.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to be one of Xena's scouting marines, would you?
I don't think so. With that said, however, Xena's not building workers. And he's building another barracks. I don't think there's any plan to take a third base.
No.
He's not even saturated as natural. Maybe if all these workers stop building structures, they'll have enough to saturate the natural, but this is a 2-base all-in.
Yeah. I think he's going for it.
Which means you gotta go. Okay, there he goes. Good, good, good.
Yeah, there's a couple of medivacs there for the heals, but yeah, this could work.
Yep. If he didn't attack, I was worried he wasn't going to attack. We've seen this too often in the bot meta where one side has an advantage and they have to attack, but they just don't. Meanwhile, the other side is doing double the income. Okay, but there's a wall with the Colossus.
Oh, there's a Colossus now. The Colossus is going to rip through all this bio, I think.
Yeah, this is upgraded bio with stim. He's got +1.
Oh, not looking good for Xena here, sorry.
He's keeping most of his army way out of range, which is an interesting micro.
Yeah. And anyway, I think SharpenedEdge is able to really chase him out of this. Probably come back. But there is a third base now coming from Xena, so although whether SharpenedEdge will let him take it is a different matter.
No, losing a medevac, almost a second one. Those are important, right? Because there's stimmed bio that needs to get repaired here. Especially as there's an attack coming in.
So medevac is going down.
Nice little concave again. Man, I love that micro out of Xena.
It's definitely something getting better, and you know, like the workers are going to die here from Xena as well.
That's okay though. He needs the workers to stay alive, so I do want to see those SCVs attacking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they're kind of hesitant.
So they are taking out a few of these zealots, but yeah.
Yeah, it's too late. There's no bio left to fight with it.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight SCVs alone.
I'm gonna probably fast forward this. SharpenedEdge. It's gonna tie up this series, and we are going to go for our second ace match of the day. That's 1-1.
Too bad. As Xena's dying, he's actually at 2-2 to 0-0 in upgrades. So, long game,
Yeah,
he had a nice little edge going for himself there.
yeah. Yeah, I think he could have taken a better engagement on the last one. It probably would have worked out for him, but unfortunately, when that Colossus came out, it was really, really difficult.
Yeah, it's like kind of odd. He had some of his army forward fighting the Zealots and dying to Colossus, and then a good chunk of it hanging way back, not fighting anything. So,
Yeah. Oh, last game up on Berlingrad will be our last game of the evening. Let me know when you get to go.
yep, just letting the replay as we speak.
Cool.
Yeah, the concave is definitely on purpose. You can see like the
Yes.
clicks of where the
Yeah.
units are being moved to. Yeah.
No, that's a very, very cool development, and it's something that I say bots really don't do up till now. They're just kind of, just kind of go like, right, okay, we'll just throw everything in, throw everything back, and the micro is basically per unit really. But what Xena's doing is just getting the whole army and giving it more of a kind of like overview than the others.
I think it's the concave is kind of good for Colossus. It gets all your units in that line for their
Yeah.
lasers. Anyways, I'm good to go when you are.
All right, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, for our final game of the night, up in the top left-hand corner, it is SharpenedEdge.
And in the bottom right, spawning as Terran, it is Xena. So only getting Zerg once actually, out of
Yeah,
his 4 matches or 5 matches so far. Um,
yeah.
which is I assume is his best race, right? On the ladder, you said.
No, Terran is actually his best race on the ladder.
Oh,
Although
okay.
I'm not
Yeah, his
sure.
Terran is
Again,
strong too, that's true.
yeah. Again, it's very matchup dependent, though I think on here. So, but yeah, certainly a good spread tonight. He's had 2 Protoss games, 2 Terran games, and a Zerg game, so not too bad. Uh, let's see if SharpenedEdge goes for anything. I don't think we'll be seeing the cannon rush again.
No. I think it's probably gonna see a repeat of last game.
Yeah.
As per the luck of Xena, though, a few things went wrong for him last game that could have been avoided. Like that first fight happened right before Stim finished, which kind of sucked, and then
Yeah.
he had one stray Marine on one when he was retreating and lost 2 medevacs that were chasing that Marine.
Yeah.
So those medevacs could have come in really handy for the final fight.
Oh,
So
yeah. It might.
even if things go exactly the same, I could see it working out a lot better for
Yeah.
Xena this time.
I was wondering if the delay on the third base from Xena was really sort of like something intended, or whether that was something that was a little bit bugged out, because he did have the minerals for a while, so
I think it was
possibly.
intentional because
Okay.
he stopped building workers and he just kept adding on more and more barracks. He went to
Yeah.
like 6, 7 barracks on 2 base, so I think he had no plans of expanding to a third.
Yeah.
I believe his build is intended to win on 2 base and then get a third if things fail. Is probably the way it's coded.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a bug. Maybe he's just building
Yeah.
too many barracks so he can never afford to expand. And since he can't afford to expand, he doesn't build more SCVs. It could be something like that.
Yeah. Possibly. Like bots often tend to have that problem, especially when they're trying to do 2 or 3 things at once. They don't do anything to optimal ability.
Yeah. My bot actually doesn't have any logic to save up to expand.
Yeah.
I just build production in a way that it won't be able to spend all the money, so it'll naturally expand on its own.
Yeah. Well, that's
But if
good
I
to
build all that production and then lose all my workers, then my bot will be stuck and never expanding.
know. There's your tip for beating Kedrock, guys.
Yeah. Let me build all my production, then wipe out half my mineral line, and
Yeah.
then you won't see me expand
There
for
we
like
go.
20 minutes.
Right, so Adepts into the worker line.
Yeah, and finding these SCVs that can't run away, the ones that are on. Oh, actually, taking 2 workers.
2, so probably not the best of trades, but I'm sure 2 workers will take it.
Yeah, you get to scout, you get to kill 2 workers.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with that as a Protoss player.
yeah, not too bad. Tag rush macro. What is rush macro?
Could mean rush then macro, or
I don't know.
or he's rushing into a macro build, like be greedy and then
Possibly.
macro hard, or something
Yeah,
like that. I don't know. Yeah, people got weird naming conventions.
yeah. So if anyone's wondering about the tags, we use them on the Sc2AI arena ladder, and it basically just gives you kind of like events in game, so you can see quickly what's been happening. So that's why we use the tags.
Yeah, it like labels the labels the replays
Yeah,
more or less. So
yeah,
if you want to look at all your replays that are rush macro games, then you can easily do that on the website.
yeah.
I know my naming convention's bad too. Like I have fast expand builds, and then my other builds I write one base. So whenever it's in ProBots, like Andy's like, oh, it's going to do a one base build, and all it does is expand a little bit later. It's like there's no
Yeah,
one base to it at all.
yeah.
It's just like
Uh,
instead of going CC first, I go Barracks Factory CC. It's still not one base at all.
it's meant to confuse them, I think,
Yeah,
even though like your opponents can't see it. So
but if you type it in general chat, they can see it.
yeah, yeah. Maybe that's a nice way of confusing people.
I think for a long time I wrote everything in general chat.
Yeah.
And then someone convinced me at one point that like, okay, maybe a bot's going to start reading your chat and blind countering you based on what you're saying. I'm like,
Generally,
okay, okay.
like not a lot of them do. Like,
I don't think any of them do,
yeah.
but there's always that threat. It's not against the rules.
No,
So
no, no. It's perfectly
if
within
it
the
happens, you
rules.
can't complain.
As if it is a bit cheesy, yeah. But
Yeah. And it might have happened, and we just didn't know. Like, who knows?
yeah. No, I think
I think Tyr mentioned a long
I think
time ago
yeah,
in a tournament he made his bot say wrong things
yeah.
because his opponent was reading his messages or something like that.
Yeah, who was it who was reading it? I think it was it
Before my time.
was it Sashabot? I think. Oh, so we have an attack here.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Marines. Oh no, Stim isn't quite finished yet. Sorry. Almost there.
Yeah, no stim again, but he did have a little bit of a
Yeah.
high ground advantage, which is nice.
Yeah. So I
His
think that
SCVs are
went
still
okay.
being dumb though. Okay, finally going back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, the SCVs came out to fight and they weren't needed.
Yeah.
It's like,
So it was a good fight for Xena, but then he didn't go back to work mining, so it probably ends up about even.
yeah. So third base coming out from SharpenedEdge now.
Yeah, so that's ideally, in an ideal world, you'd want Xena to attack in maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So that third base doesn't pay for itself. It takes a while for that 400 minerals you invested into the third base to actually,
Yeah.
To get those minerals back, and then also to spend those extra minerals on the production to get more army.
Yeah. So there is a Colossus out now, which is pretty much countering a lot of what Xena has as well, as we saw in the last game. So, I think even if they attack now, I think Xena would have an advantage, but that advantage is going to rapidly disintegrate.
Yeah, and a lot of it was the hesitancy, and I think that hesitancy might have been because of the Colossus. So where he had half his army attacking when he pushed out and fought.
Yeah.
Let's see where he fights too. I mean, it does look to me like it's likely this Colossus will end up fighting on the high ground if Xena pushes.
Yeah.
But is SharpenedEdge pushing? Where's he going? He's taking a fourth. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So it's 4 bases.
Which does mean he'll
two.
probably end up fighting on the low ground. So this could be a good fight for Xena.
So
I'm confident Xena will get some good luck finally here.
Yeah, go on, Xena. We're pulling for you.
He's still going to create that cool concave, which is not cool versus Colossus. But,
yeah, and it's like one of those things. I think it's a cool idea, but it might not be as effective at the moment. So
okay, so here he's going to catch SharpenedEdge out of position, but SharpenedEdge might end up getting the high grounds.
Yeah, so it's going to probably take out this third, which will be good. But then the Colossus is coming in on the high ground, and that's not going to be a good fight for Xena, unfortunately.
The Medivacs did give him vision at least.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens once these Zealots go down, although there is a lot of Zealots to go down.
Yeah.
He's got, and with Guardian Shield, those Zealots do not die easily.
No. and it's just enough there to really allow the Colossus to have free reign on the bio.
But if you notice, like those Marauders in the back rarely even shot.
Yeah,
They're just staying so far away. I think like half the army is afraid of the Colossus, and the other half fights anyways. Yeah, it's
you
just
just have to.
some sort of micro issue he's got to deal with in his bot.
Yeah, it seems to happen. Doing micro is hard.
You either keep the entire army back until you're ready to engage, or you engage with everything.
Yeah.
This half and half thing is not going to turn out well.
So yeah, the army is really just running down there, filtering in slowly at the moment.
Yeah, there's too much Protoss. They're just running to death at this point.
Yeah.
Medevac does go down. Yeah, I wonder if bots focus fire medevacs. That'd be a smart thing to do.
I think
Whenever they're in
do,
range,
yeah.
try to prioritize them.
Yeah. I'm going to fast forward this now. GG, guys. SharpenedEdge will go in. Nice disruptor out of SharpenedEdge as well. Unfortunately, we've seen the last of Xena for the tournament, which is a bit of a shot. Shame. You know, really well made bot, and I do like the way they're going for random, and you know, some very nice ideas there. So hopefully, next tournament they'll come back and be a lot stronger. Unfortunately for this tournament, that is the end.
Yeah, a bit of a micro issue. And then, of course, composition-wise, you don't want to be pure bio versus Colossus.
No.
It's more of an advanced composition thing, but yeah, usually you want to start adding in siege tanks and maybe even Vikings when
Yeah.
you're facing Colossi.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be good.
that's very impressive out of SharpenedEdge.
Yeah. No,
A bot of his
SharpenedEdge.
age still able to flex,
It's like an old gun.
against
He's
the new guns. Yeah.
like 5 years old now. Like terrible. Too old for StarCraft. It's kind of like the human all over again. All right. Let's take a quick look at the tables after today. MicroMachine lost a map, but goes through smoothly to the next round, where he will face the second place in Group B of Ketrok, Kananana, and Tia. And SharpenedEdge will face the winner. So, I mean, you could be up against either MicroMachine or SharpenedEdge in the next round. So that might be a fun one. If you get
Yeah.
through, of course.
Micro Machine, hoping not to face, so I'm hoping to go through number one.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
tier and Canada. Okay, I can definitely lose a tier
yeah.
because I
Everyone
didn't
can
submit
lose to
anything, so
Tier.
I'm just taking my ladder bot. If
Yeah,
tier is planning something, I could be in trouble. I might be up against Micro Machine next. We'll see.
yeah. Well, you know, we'll see what happens
And
tomorrow
Kainana,
night.
again, is an active bot author. His
Oh,
macro game is super strong,
yeah.
so
Kananana has
um,
been really improving. I've been really impressed by him recently, and you know, hopefully, he might have some fun stuff out. So yeah, we'll see.
yeah. When you think of a new bot, you think of, okay, just 12 pools and A moves Zerglings or something like
Yeah,
that. And Kaina is a new bot, but he doesn't do like one simple thing. He has like a fully developed macro game. So once he, plugs all the holes, he'll be right up there with the top Zerg bots, I think.
definitely. That should be good. Anyway, that's all we've got time for tonight. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. I've got Yat Hunt coming to join me tomorrow. Ketrock,
Cool.
thank you very much. It's been great having you again. And we'll
Yeah, awesome.
hopefully see you next week as well if you're around. But
Yeah, do some streamception or I cast my own bot.
yeah. Oh no, so your bot's be tomorrow, so I think Yat Hunt's
Oh,
casting
yeah,
that.
right.
So
So
yeah,
never mind.
sorry. I think
That's better that way, anyways.
yeah, probably. Like, I don't want to see you on stream and have you all disappointed. Like, not that I'm giving any
Well, that
away here, guys. You know.
yeah,
But
when I
yeah,
run into -0 or errors.
yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.